Hey guys, I'm coming on here again because my heart is so full and I've just got to share this real quick. I was just driving home from a Mary Kay workshop that I had, and the weather's so pretty. I'll show you real quick what it looks like. Do it this way. And so nice here in Switzerland right now. I just pulled over on the side here, and no, I was just thinking, of how good God is. I was listening to some praise music while driving home, and I just want to encourage everybody because God just spoke to me. He's like, I have turned your mourning into dancing. Because I'm like questioning, God, why do I have this extreme joy in my heart where and I've told people this a couple times, that I feel like I'm just going to explode because of this joy. And I say, God, why? Why me? Why this joy? And there's nothing that I can do of myself that would cause me to be filled by Him, constantly filled by Him and His love for me, and all these things that I've been feeling since I got in the hospital. It started even after the hospital. It started, of course, long before, but God just keeps putting these things in. And I'm driving along and enjoying the weather and just being out of a thankful heart and giving Him everything back, giving Him my customers back, that I just had this workshop with, and just saying, it's all yours, you do with it what you want. I do my part to give, and that's what I do, and God does the rest. And it's just a freeing place where you can give God everything back. And I just say, God, why, And I was thinking back to different times in my life where it wasn't so joyful, or you had moments where you were down and you didn't understand, when is it going to move on? When are things going to happen? I don't feel anything going on. And of course, we all have those moments, and there were times where I just didn't understand what God was doing and how He was going to work, or how He's going to change my situation, how things are going. But he commands us to walk in faith and continue to walk, and just get up and rise up and stand up, and it's a new morning. Get up, and my mercies are new every morning for you. And this is kind of, these thoughts were coming to me, and then He said, I have turned your mourning into dancing. And I thought, that's what God does for us. If we're faithful and we just look to Him, we don't understand how things are going to work. We don't understand the situations and why they happen. And there's bad things. There's really terrible bad things that we feel like they're so bad. And, we know that the Bible says that count it joy when you fall into these diverse temptations. But we're like, what? Our natural mind says, count it joy. What are you talking about? And it's just by faith that we take a step in faith and say, God, I'm going to trust you with this. I'm going to give it back to you. I'm going to trust you with it. Help me to trust you, because that's what I have to say is, I want to trust you, but I don't know how to do it, and you're going to have to help me. And that's the whole thing. We put everything back on Him. We take everything off our shoulders and give it back to Him and say, I can't handle it. I can't deal with it. It's your deal. Take it, God, from me. And God lifts that burden, and His burden is light and easy. And if we realize that it's not light and easy, and everything that we're going through that means we're trying to carry the burden by ourselves, and we can't do it. And God says, you give it to me, give it back to me, always. And I'm constantly having to do that right now. Just push it all back on Him. Thoughts that come, worry, and push it back constantly. I'm constantly giving it back. Lord, help me. I've got to refocus, get to the place where I refocus my eyes again and give it back to Him. And I very consciously say, help me, Lord. I give it back to you. I push it across the table and give it back to you. You take it from me, and I come back to that place of peace and say, I tell God, it's not my problem. It's your problem. You said you'll take care of it for me, so I'm giving it back to you, giving it back to you. And God said, because you keep telling me you're going to give it back to me, and you're looking towards me, and looking, even though you don't understand everything, you're looking towards me, you're letting everything fall on the wayside and say, I'm going to do it God's way, whether I understand or not. I am turning your mourning into dancing. So believe it for you too. God is turning. He is turning your mourning into dancing, even if you don't feel that right now. He's going to do it. You're going to have a breakthrough. There are going to be things that are happening, new things that are happening. And I just want to encourage you to stay strong, stay on that path. Say, God, I don't understand. And we get upset with God too, and I understand that. We have our moments, and we just got to tell God, I give it to you. I give it to you. Help me. Help my unbelief. I give it to you. And He's going to turn your mourning into dancing. And you're going to be dancing, so joyous, so full of hope and full of life that bubbles over and it touches other people's lives. So just want to encourage you, and I'm signing off. I got to get home to my kids and my husband. Bye.